So it's not just Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. She's actually emblematic of a larger problem that we're seeing with this toxic femininity. Again, I don't like that phrase, but it's the best I've got for you right now. Jada Pinkett Smith is another example of this. So Jada Pinkett Smith, think about what happened with Will Smith slapping Chris Rock. The actual scenario that happened is when Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith being in the sequel to G.I. Jane being the movie with Demi Moore, where she shaved her head to be a Navy SEAL. Odd, because she's a woman, right? That's what made the movie famous. And Jada Pinkett Smith has alopecia, and she shaved her head to deal with her hair loss. Chris Rock made this joke about Jada Pinkett Smith being in the sequel. And if you look at the video cameras of what happened at the awards show, Will Smith actually laughed at this joke. It's not a derogatory joke. I said this at the time. It's not an unkind joke. In fact, Demi Moore was supposed to be, she was the protagonist in this movie. She was supposed to be a hero. She was supposed to be a champion of women. There was nothing rude or insulting about this joke. The only thing about this joke that could have possibly been objectionable is just that he picked out a physical characteristic of a woman in the crowd. But this is what they do at award shows. This is a stand-up comedian on stage. The point of all this is Will Smith on the video actually laughed at the joke made by Chris Rock. Then he got the death glare from Jada Pinkett Smith. And only after the death glare from Jada Pinkett Smith did Will Smith go on stage and physically assault. Did he, slap Chris Rock across the face? This is strange. This is very strange, because you don't go from laughing at a joke to being glared at and slapping without that glare playing a role in what's happening. And we've seen video. Jada Pinkett Smith actually posted video online of Will Smith. She was videoing him in her house. And when she was videoing him in her house, he was acting like someone who is abused. He was in this defensive posture. His head was down. He wasn't making eye contact. He was unhappy. His face was puffy. And he was saying, don't video me in my own house. Don't do this. Don't do this without permission. It's disrespectful. And her response was, oh, aren't you being a baby? We need to go back and go to marriage counseling, because look at what I have to deal with. Someone who actually wants to be respected. This is the same exact scenario. This toxic femininity, this woman who claims to be an empowered female, who brags about their open marriage, actively talks about sleeping with other people, forces her husband to come on her show to essentially validate her promiscuity, her infidelity. She verbally and emotionally manipulates him in public. And then to the point where at this awards show, a look from her causes him to go up there and assault Chris Rock, to go up on stage and assault Chris Rock. What is she doing? She's using the excuse of feminism as a way to destroy this man. She's destroying his manhood. She's destroying his masculinity. This is not what feminism should be. Feminism at its base level should be fighting for equality under the law for women. Women need the right to vote. Women need the right to have a job. Women need the right to drive a car. Women should be able to open a bank account or a credit card without permission from their male guardian or husband. All of these basic necessities, women should be acknowledged under the law as being on equal footing as men. We all agree with that. There was a time in our country where that was misapplied, where women didn't have the right to do these things and men did, and that's wrong. So at its baseline, if that's what feminism is, that's fine, but it's not. That's not what feminism is. It's morphed into this idea of equity, not equality. Equity being that women don't deserve equal opportunity or equality under the law, but they deserve equal outcome. And so the left will try to use the law to force equal outcome, whether this is gender quotas on corporate boards, whether this is equal pay for not equal work, whatever the example may be. Equity in a sense is discrimination. And in this case, it's gender discrimination, discriminating against men in order to artificially elevate women. But it's gone even beyond an iteration beyond equity. It's gotten to this point where there's an active destruction of men happening in order to culturally elevate these toxic women, all in the name of feminism.